Hey guys, Trevor Rowe here,
And Matt,
and we're here for yet another Codex relook. Matt, what are we looking at this time?
we are looking at Space Wolves, and then the actual
You're
Codex,
covering the title.
and then the actual Codex, Champions of Fenris. I say
Champions
that
of Fenris supplement,
couple,
Space Wolf
couple
Codex.
supplement Space Wolf Codex. I say that, and we will explain why. But let's talk about the actual Codex. So,
Do we have to?
yes, we do.
Oh.
So you look at a Codex, and the first thing you look at is, okay, at least one of the first things I look at it is troops. You have to take troops. So okay,
Sure.
it's like whenever I look at an army, I go, okay, I might play this army. Well, I have to bring troops to a tournament. What troops do I have to bring?
Yep.
Grey Hunters, which got just strictly worse than they were before. And Blood Claws, which got strictly better than they were before. So
Funny how that works out.
yeah, right? GW. Well, the funny, you can't argue that GW is trying to sell stuff because everyone modeled their Grey Hunters with close combat bolt pistol because you could, and now they're just Blood Claws. They actually lost out on that deal. They didn't sell new models.
I promise they sold plenty of models from this release.
So, yeah, they were the wrong kind of models. So, Blood Claws are your primary go-to troop. I think the Stormwolf, their dedicated transport fast attack flyer, the one that's a 16-man capacity assault vehicle, is fantastic.
Yep.
So, 5 Blood Claws, a Stormwolf with multi-meltas, and a Flamer on the Blood Claws, it's 300 points. It's not terrible.
Nope.
So, I think that's a really good route for everything. Obviously, they can take all the normal drop pods, stuff like that. And Grey Hunters, the Grey Hunters aren't terrible. You can bring a 10-man, you can give them double Melta, upgrade a Sergeant for a Combi Melta. So, you can bring Melta out of it. Still not the worst. But, as a whole, the troops are really kind of weak in this book. So then you gotta look at, okay, what are other things? Well, let's look at HQs. The big HQs before, Logan got brought a lot because he could bring special rules like Relentless. Logan's bad. Well, he's a Lord of War, too. Not even HQ. Najal.
But he has a Santa sleigh.
Yeah. Najal.
Bells, jingle
Bad.
bells.
Rune Priest got just worse because Jaws the Werewolf is
the best ability ever when your opponent's trying to cast.
Rune Priest got strictly worse.
Yep.
Well, okay, you still have an HQ. I think Wolf Priest got strictly better.
Sure.
And I think Wolfguard Battle Leaders and Wolf Lords are really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you do saucy things like the best unit in the army, the fast attack, Thunderwolves. Best unit in the army, hands down, Thunderwolves.
Maybe best unit. Best entry might have to go to Iron Priest.
Yeah, okay, good point. So, there are 2 bright and shining points in this army. First one comes out of Elite, like Trevor said, an Iron Priest. 50-point Iron Priest. Okay, fine. For 55 points, he jumps on Thunderwolf mount. And now he has 2 wounds, 2 up armor. He has a base invuln because they changed Runic armor, and Runic armor now just gives a 6 up invuln. So now he has 2 up armor, 6 up invuln, 2 wounds, and you put him on Thunderwolf, or he has 1 wound, Thunderwolf gives him a 2nd wound. Now he has 5 attacks in the charge, strength 10, AP 1.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Initiative 1.
Yeah.
Don't get too carried away. But
And then they get to bring their new best friends, Cyberwolves. So before it was like, oh, I'll bring Fenrisian Wolves, 8 points, they're an ancillary wound, that's fine. Cyberwolves, 15 points. Do you pay the extra points? Absolutely, because Cyberwolves are characters.
yes.
Yes, characters. So they can accept challenges and issue challenges.
Yeah.
Real dumb good. At 15 points a model.
Yeah,
Stupid
man.
good.
That dog is calling out the enemy characters.
And then you go to Fast Attack where you have Thunderwolves. Points came down a little bit, which is great. Storm Shields came down to 15 points for Thunderwolves, which is
Huge.
real good. You can give them power. I just like a unit with a couple Melta Bombs, some Storm Shields, and like a Fister, Power Fister too.
Keep them pretty cheap.
Because now, here's a big issue that's been coming up. Most tournaments, especially here in the U.S., have FAQ'd that a Thunderwolf character or a Thunderwolf rider, because he gets the +1 strength, and you give him a Thunder or a Power Fist, he then becomes strength 10. A lot of people are arguing that he is strength 9 because they're saying that
They're kind of arguing how it is with Furious Charge, that the multiplies first, and then you add on the +1.
Yeah, and it really depends on how you want to read it. As a person who plays it, I've looked at it a ton of times. You can interpret it either way. Furious Charge is very cut, dry, and simple because they even say, like, the example is Furious Charge. The real question is the argument being that under the section, the Thunderwolf becomes a piece of war gear. It doesn't change their entry line, even though the Thunderwolf Cavalry in the game, or in the book, when you look at it, say they're strength 5 on it. Yep. So the argument is if you put a character who's strength 4 and put him on a Thunderwolf mount, he has a war gear that gives him +1 strength. He is not strength 5. Oh well. Check out what your local store actually FAQs it as and calls it before you assume and go to an event. That's my last line with that.
Personally, I think it's definitely supposed to be intended as strength 10. I mean, just based off Thunderwolves being base strength 5 anyway.
I agree.
Do love calling them strength 9 because I can just see the smoke come out of your ears every single time.
Well, the whole argument is like nobody argues that a Thunderwolf rider isn't strength 10. They say that the Wolf Lord who gets on a Thunderwolf does not become strength 10. So this random schmo is strength 10, but this Lord, he's strength 9.
Yeah, man, he's tired. He's been punching people for too
carry
long.
That big fist around. So the nice thing is with your characters for that, the Wolf Lords aren't bad. The Wolfguard Battle Leaders are just a little bit cheaper. Wolfguard Battle Leader, you give him runic armor, a storm shield, throw him on a Thunderwolf. He's 3 wounds, give him a fist or something.
Yeah.
The Wolf Lord is nice. He comes with a base 4-up invuln because Hammer or Belt of Rust is now just auto include or is an auto item. You don't have to buy it. They pretty much bought you Armor of Rust or Belt of Rust for free and cut it down 5 points. So they're nice. They have a 2-up. They have an extra wound for a 4-up invuln save. Again, same thing. Give them a weapon.
It's cool.
There are some cool weapons, primarily out of the supplement, which we're going to do. So the reason we say that this is the actual Codex is there's this really sweet formation that makes it so you don't have to take any troops. And it's 1 HQ.
Really convenient since the troops are pretty mediocre.
1 HQ and 2 elite is what you have to take. And what you'll see a lot of people doing is they'll ally with bikes of some sort, and they'll go like 2 Wolfguard Battle Leaders and like 2 to 4 Iron Priests. And simply go, okay, I have these 105-point guys with 2 wounds, 5 attacks, Thunder Hammers. AP1 Thunder Hammers. Because they cheat.
Yep.
And it's really good. And then you have like 2 Wolfguard Battle Leader characters. Then you can sprinkle in some Fenrisian Wolves with your extra 15 points. Or your Cyber Wolves with your extra 15 points. Here and there. I love it. I like it with Dark Angels. I like it with White Scars. I actually been liking it a little bit more with Dark Angels because they actually have the word preferred or skilled rider. The biggest thing is you don't have that Chapter Master. If you go that end tank with a Shield Eternal tank, there's 3-up invulns.
It's definitely a trade-off.
Yeah, but you get pretty much your star as a whole becomes a little more punchy with a little bit less strength 10 survivability. But it's only when there's strength 10 stuff. Which unfortunately still exists a lot in this game.
Shooting is relatively the same. I mean,
they can shoot guns. They do.
My God.
Thunderwolf guys have bolt pistols. Never shoot them ever. Charge.
Just keep running.
I think I've gone entire tournaments without actually ever shooting a gun with my Thunderwolves. Because that's assault stuff. I'm close enough to. If I'm within 12 inches to shoot with a couple. If I'm within or I'm close enough to shoot you with a couple bolt pistols, that means I'm charging you and you're dead. Just dead. Whole family dead. And obviously the big argument is are Thunderwolves themselves worth taking as like the core of the unit? They do all have rending. It's not terrible. They're strength 5, but I'd rather bring a bike like a Ravenwing Command Squad. Oh, definitely. I think if you were gonna build a mono Space Wolf list,
senses.
Yeah, for all the outflanking. The whole army still has acute senses is a Space Wolf. There are 0 ways to... sorry, I have lied. There is one way to outflank, and that is Herald Deathwolf, who is the new named character who magically showed up. And the Warlord, there's one Warlord trait. Yeah. No, there's also a Space Wolf one.
So there's 2!
The Space Wolf one only lets...
You are lying to the internet.
The Space Wolf one only lets Beast and Cav models...
Why are you taking anything other than Beast and Cav?
Because if you're going mono Space Wolves, you have to have these things called troops, unfortunately.
Details.
Surprisingly enough, another thing that has actually been overlooked a lot are Wolfguard on bike. So...
Interesting.
Here you go.
I'll listen to you.
So, they're a bike unit. They're 22... How much points? I guess how many points a mile? Because I had a long conversation with...
you looked in the real Codex, not the supplement there.
I had a long conversation with Eric Hoger about this, and it was kind of the argument we were having. And also, so they have Swift Claws, and the Swift Claws are the Blood Claws on bike, but Wolfguard are base 18 points a model. They get a bike for, I think, for 7 points.
So 25.
25 points a model.
It's a lot of points.
They're 4 attacks on the charge.
It's a lot of attacks.
Lead 9 for 25 points a model. They're not terrible. And in theory, everyone in the unit can take like a melt-a-gun. They're not the worst. I'm really trying to find good stuff out of this. Oh, there's one other good thing I'll tell you about.
It's
But
a
yeah,
lot of points.
it is a lot of points.
It's a lot of points.
A lot of points. I agree. Yeah, we got to do it.
Did I mention that's a lot of
A
points?
few points. 6. One other thing I really like in the book, and I've been trying desperately to make work, is Murder Claw. Well, Murder Fang. The one
Murder Fang with his murder claws hopping out of a murder pod.
And but he has the ability Murder Lust. Yes, that is. All these things are true. There is a character called Murder Fang. He is a named, unique Dread Knight. He has 2 Murder Claws.
Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. Sorry, yes.
He would be so good if he was a Dread Knight.
His name is Murder Fang. He has 2 Murder Claws, and he has an ability called Murder Lust. Yeah.
He's a friendly guy.
It's GW's like, man, what's a keyword that would really get people's attention? Murder.
They had already used Storm too many times in the Space Marine Codex, so they had to use Murder.
They use
now.
Storm a lot in here, and they also use Wolf
yeah.
a lot in here. Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of Wolf. So like, we
In
can't
the
use
Space Wolf
Storm.
Codex?
Yeah, we can't use Storm. We can't use Wolf.
Murder.
Let's murder things. And obviously Space Wolves got their own flyers. It's been a big thing. Old Space Wolf Codex, like when Marines started getting flyers, Space Wolves never got them. The Storm Wolf, see Wolf, real good. It's the fast attack one, 16 model.
Too.
Yeah. The Storm Fang gunship, see Storm and Fang, real bad. It's heavy.
You did play it in Highlander.
I did because I wanted 2 flyers. I wanted to rule the skies.
How was it?
It ruled the skies.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
But in Highlander, which is a format that's picking up a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun when you're trying to rule the sky. It's really good at just being a giant pain in the butt. Armor 12 all around, ceramite plating, power of the machine spirit. The problem is its big gun, which is like the primary you take is that big cannon, is really like down the front of the model, so it's hard to get line of sight on it. You can't power the machine spirit and shoot it 360 like the the Storm Wolf has a smaller version of that gun that's turret mounted 360 on top. It only holds 6 guys. It's not an assault vehicle, and its access point is out its butt. Whereas the Storm Wolf is 16 man capacity, assault vehicle, access points right down the snout. He like
It does
spits
look
them
like a
out.
dog.
It totally looks like a dog. Dog flyer.
If we can go back to the Murder Fang for a second.
Yes.
A lot of people are allowing Forge World now.
Yeah.
What do you think about him in the Forge World drop pod?
I have run him in the Forge World drop pod. It's not bad. It's definitely fun and lulzy. I don't think it's good enough to win a tournament.
No?
If you were going Space Wolves as a core, if you're going with the supplement, I don't think it's bad for a random elite spot. It winds up being like a 200-point unit. You drop them down turn 1 and just hide them inside, and you figure their option is either to get to it, they have to pop the drop pod open first, and then get the Murder Claw.
Which is shrouded, right?
Yeah. So it's a shrouded drop pod that he gets
Pretty good.
If you guys don't know how it works, the drop pod comes down. It's an assault drop pod. You still can't assault until you come on reserves, but the drop pod doesn't have to actually open. It can stay shut, and
You just leave the Dreadnought in.
yeah, the Dreadnought stays in there, and it's got shrouded. The drop pod just has shrouded. So what happens is if you want to try to kill the thing, you have to kill a shrouded armor 12 drop pod. Then you have to shoot the Dreadnought who comes out. Otherwise, if you don't, on the next turn you can choose to open the Dreadnought and the drop pod. And because it's an assault vehicle and the Dreadnought was already in for a turn, you just
Pop
come
out.
plowing out with murder. Definitely viable. I think it's a lot of fun, but
No?
yeah, I
Not
got
feeling
one. I got the Murder Claw. I got the drop pod. I like having fun with it.
It does give... It's a little buff to it.
Oh, 100%.
It helps it get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is a problem
But-
that it has.
Yeah, that's enough. It's good enough.
Still a Dreadnought.
I mean,
Dreadnoughts
he's got
haven't been
like
good for a while.
on the charge. He's got 7 plus D3. On the charge, he has 7 plus D3, Strength 7, AP 2, Mastercrafted Shred attacks at Initiative 4. He's real good for like 135 points. He's decent. But yeah,
If he gets there, he's good.
yeah. Well, welcome to like half the game of Assault. So that is our review of Space Wolves.
One last thing.
Oh, that's not our review of Space Wolves.
You mentioned all the things that you would take him with. What's your favorite right now? The dogs.
Dark Angels.
Dark Angel's number 1.
And actually, Dark Angels main because I like bringing Sam out and the target drop them.
And number 2, Space Marines, White Scars.
White Scars. 100% White Scars.
Ever put them with Blood Angels?
So I have been thinking about messing around with Blood Angels. I run them with Dante. because Dante gives you a hit and run, which is the most important, frankly, of all the things. And then you
he's
can
a real
also
killer.
run, yeah,
And
you-
E-Warrior.
yeah, and there's your E-Work. You can also then bring like a chaplain,
And a priest.
and a priest, so you have a lot of options. But yeah, it's definitely this Codex likes allying with other people.
Yep.
100%. It likes allying with hit and run and fast moving models.
Lots of characters, lots of fast, lots of hit and run.
Yep. So that's a review of Space Wolf, Codex Space Wolf, and actual Codex Space Wolves. If you guys want to check out the other videos about your favorite armies, check them out with all of our other Codex review and discussion videos.
Woo!